I'm just here talking about The Bachelorette. So much crazy stuff has happened this week. Well, because there's eliminations, and then it's hometowns, and then she eliminates somebody again, which is so crazy. This is 2 episodes over the last week. So, yeah, let's talk about it, guys. Okay, so basically what happens is that Tayshia, there's an elimination, a rose ceremony, and she ends up getting rid of 2 people before the rose ceremony. So she goes on a date with Blake. Doesn't work out. It's a really hard goodbye. It's so sad. I physically cried. I cried a couple times in this over the couple episodes. But yeah, so it's a really hard goodbye. She like breaks down and is just like, I can't believe I just let him go, like kind of stuff. And then she lets Riley go too. And that one's really hard. Talk about a well-spoken person. He can say things like, he's very meticulous about how he says things, so it makes me think that he is guarded. He is guarded, and you can tell because he doesn't open up to people, and he says that. Anyway, so we move on, and then freaking Bennett comes back for the rose ceremony, and so it's basically it's the final 4 plus 2 guys. So 2 guys are going home. And it ends up being Bennett and Noah who go home. They should have been gone anyway in the 2-on-1. Like, they should have just been gone. Like, kind of a waste of time, but whatever. Anyway, so they both go home. And then it's the Men Tell All, which is super great. Probably the best Men Tell All I've ever seen. And it just, a lot of stuff happens. If you haven't watched it, it's worth watching just because it's so dramatic and so great. And yeah, and everybody's like, there's so many people that are just fighting with each other, and it's just like really entertaining banter back and forth. It's mostly between Noah and Bennett. The whole thing is like because they're the feud, and so they talk mostly in the whole thing. And then you got some random people who are there. Kenny's there. What's his face that I don't remember his name still to this day. I'm sorry, but he gives his 2 cents like a couple times, and you're just like, what? You weren't even really part of the show, but whatever. Anyway, and Yosef comes back, and everybody hates him so much. They all hate him so much, and like even oh my gosh, Chris Harrison's back. Yeah, Chris Harrison's back, and Chris Harrison even hates Yosef, and he's like, I'm giving you a chance to like redeem yourself, and Yosef doesn't take it. He's like, well, I tried. It's really funny. But anyway, watch the Men Tell All. It's great. So many good clips. I can't even explain everything. It would take an hour because all of it was so great and worth talking about it. So I'm just gonna skip over it. Right to the hometowns. Right to the hometowns. So basically, Brendan is first, and he's great, and he just has his little niece on the beginning of the date, and they do like carnival games and fun stuff, and then she gets to meet his brother, who is like his dad because his dad has passed away. So his brother is like his go-to guy, and it's just like really great, and they all reassure Tayshia that he's like such a great guy and like all this stuff, and you can tell she really, really likes him. And their afterwards goes really great, and they like make out, and they're like feeling it, and they're just looking at each other. You could tell they're like in love, and it's so cute. Anyway, I'm like rooting for Brendan. He's my favorite. He's my number 1 pick. Okay, anyway, and then we have Zach, who is from New York, and he takes her on this New York date, and they like holler for cabs and like do all this fun fake stuff, and they get pizza and like all this stuff. And anyway, then she meets his family, and it goes really well. It's his parents and his brother. His brother is kind of weird, but whatever. Anyway, so they meet his parents, and his mom is so sweet, and she's so funny, and just like really good, like, mom figure, you know. And so that goes really well for them, and then they like talk afterward, and it's so weird comparing Zach to Brendan because they're so different, such different. Like, I feel like Brendan is like this sweetheart, and then Zach is like this like funny, sarcastic, like hard guy, like, but still like is fun, you know. Anyway, they're just so different. I'm like, it's so weird to me. Anyway, so she could either go one way or the other. I think it's gonna be between them two or Ivan. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. I don't even think Tayshia's figured it out. Good God, good luck to her. Anyway, so then it's Ivan's turn, and then Ivan, they cook some Filipino food, and it's really cute, and his little niece is on the TV, like, showing them what to do, because she couldn't actually come, and yeah, and then she meets his parents, and it goes really well. His mom is pretty guarded, but she is like, whatever my son wants, like, I'll do. I'm happy if he's happy kind of attitude, and which is most people in this situation, because, you know, it's a TV show, it's a reality TV show, like, anybody's gonna be a little, like, not sure about it, you know, especially if you're the parent. but yeah, and so yeah, he's like, I really wish my brother was here, because his brother is like his rock and his person. And then all of a sudden his brother shows up, and it's like the craziest thing ever, and they're like all freaking out and awesome. And his brother, one of my favorite things that he said was about loyalty, that loyalty is an action word, and that Ivan shows that every day and has for him the last, like, his whole life. And it's his younger brother, it's Ivan's younger brother, so he's always been looking out for him and all this stuff, and it's like such a good moment. I almost cried at that. I cried at a bunch of stuff. Anyway, moving on. Ben, his one-on-one goes really well. Like, his sister and his friend are like, they're so charming, they're so great, and everything goes perfect. And then at the end, he messes up. He just like doesn't know how to articulate his feelings, and just like really poops it up, and Tayshia just like goes home, and it's like really awkward goodbye kiss, and it's just horrible. And you just like know in your heart, you're like, Ben is going home, because it was the only one that didn't go good, and she has 3 roses to give for fantasy sweet time, and Ben goes home. So there you go, people. Ben is gone. It's horrible. He does not know how to like express emotion or anything, and when he leaves, it's just like pulling teeth. It's horrible, and you want him to like you want him to show emotion, but at the same time, Tayshia like really wants him to show emotion and like to fight for her. You could tell she like wants him to be like, no, and he doesn't do that. And like, does he really owe her anything? Honestly, she just sent him home. Like, she's like, I just wanted. You know, you can tell she just wanted like him to be upset, and he was like not showing anything, and he was just not wanting to like let her in. Like, obviously, like I don't know. I like, people handle emotions different, you know, especially if you're like really like Ben's past, like he has had like a really hard past. Like, why would he want to let that in the moment in front of somebody that he's felt so hurt by? You know what I mean? Like, I don't blame him for not wanting to like show emotion at all. I know that's probably what everybody really wanted, was for him to break down and cry, but like, he's not that kind of person. He's already said, I don't cry. Like, and like, I know all of America probably wanted him to like open up and stuff, but like, why would you open up in front of somebody that just freaking hurt you like so bad, you know? So yeah, anyway, moving on. Ben goes home. That's horrible. Just, I don't even know how I feel about it right now. Anyway, and yeah, Ben goes home. That's the end. This week is crazy. I don't even know what to do. But yeah, so that's a recap for this week. If you didn't want to spend, I don't even know how many hours it was watching, you can just watch my recaps and you'll be great. And you can just watch my recaps and you'll be updated and everything will be fine. Or you can go back and rewatch because some of it was really, really good. So I do suggest watching all of it. If you really want, if you just want to watch a couple things, I'd say watch the Men Tell All because that was really, really great. And then watch like Brendan and watch the first the first 3 hometowns. Just skip Ben's. It was like, oh, the end of it. Oh, it was so bad. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go. Okay. Peace out. Bye.